This is a draft video. It wasn't intended to be published, and if it was, something happened. Okay, so there's another video that has gone through an overview of the course, which made the allusion to the fact that there is this assignment here. There's another video that went through the content of Chapter 1, Introducing Operating Systems. What the intention of this video is to show how to submit the first assignments for 519. Okay, so the timeline session here for assignments due 519 has two links at the bottom for the two assignments that are due. And one thing just really to point out here is that the due date, this is when things are due, and oops, that should be 11:59. This is when things are due, which is 519. It's different than when they expire. So this is the last day of the semester, which means that the files or these assignments are viewable to the end of the semester, but they actually are due on the 19th. Okay, so let me just do the homework one first. Most of the homework assignments have two files linked. One is a Word doc and the other one is a RTF format. And the document contains the questions that are to be answered. And if you're going to submit them electronically, it's the thing you can download it, rename it, type in the answers, and upload the file. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to take this, I'm going to do a right click, save link as. I'm going to bring this window back into the view. I'm just putting it into this practice folder, but on saving it, I will give it something different. I'm going to pretend for a second I'm Homer Simpson. Okay, I'll hit save, then I'll open it up, and once again, I'll have to bring this into view so it can be seen in the video. Okay, I'll enable the editing. And now that I have it saved, I can just go and put in, this is my name. Ah! Again, I think I said at the very beginning this is a draft. Okay, so the questions would be in the homework document. It's going to vary from session to session how many questions there are. There are a handful that's only going to have one question. This one here has 5. So it's going to vary from homework to homework how many that there are. But the idea is you can just go in and kind of fill in the blank as to what the answers are. And you know what, for giggles and grins, let me do this one here. The memory subsystem manages the memory. And I'm going to, for giggles, put here the 5th one, because what happens is one part of the book, it says that there's 4, and then it mentions that there's a 5. And the network subsystem is important enough to really mention as a subsystem. Anyway, let's just pretend I answered all the questions that were here. Once everything is answered, I'll save, make sure the file's saved. I'll close the file. I'll go back to Web Study, and now what I'll do is I'm going to attach this file. So I'll attach from the local drive, and here it is, the Simpson Homework 1. And so that file is attached. If you have other files to attach, you would attach those there. Meaning, let's say for the homework, there's 4 questions and a picture. And let's say you answer the 4 questions in Word, but the picture you draw by hand, take a picture of the picture. Right. you take a picture of what you drew and you upload the picture. So you may have, in that sense, two items that are loaded. So you attach your files. There wouldn't be a need to actually go and put anything here unless there's anything you want to draw my attention to. I'm not exactly sure kind of what it would be, but if there's something you want to draw attention to, you put it here, but otherwise it would just be the file. Okay, so after the file is attached, now here's something that is key. If you're ready to submit it to me and you want me to grade it, you have to click this radio button here for send it to the instructor and then click the submit button. If you forget to click send it to the instructor and hit the submit button, I don't get it. So it's very important to do the send it to the instructor for grading and then to click the submit button, which I'll do right there. Now in theory, the way it should be is after you submit it, you should be able to at least see what you have submitted, but you can't change. And unfortunately in web study, if you realize you want to attach two files and you only attach one, you can't pull it back and attach the second file. Now, if that's the case, if let's say it's 3 in the morning and you realize, oh geez, I forgot a file, just email the second file straight to me. But anyway, so that is the showing how homework can be done. And so generally most of the homeworks, and let me just go back to the timeline here and let me just randomly open a different week and we'll see. Let me just open this homework, and it's the same thing, that there is a Word document attached. You download it, fill in the blanks, upload the file. Okay. Labs are going to vary depending on which lab they are. But let's take a look at, and some of the labs might be like the homework, that there's a Word document, you download it, you fill it in, you upload it, boom, you're done. But this lab 1 that's here, there actually is a PDF that describes what the lab is. So I'm just going to go and open the PDF, and you see it directs you to go through and to basically it directs you to create a document. So for this one, I haven't given you a shell the way I did for homework 1. So you'd have to go and create a document on your own. And then when you're done, now at the very end, there's 2 things you're uploading. You're going to upload a Word document and you're going to upload a PDF for the assignment itself. What I do want to take the quick moment right now to do is, since I do have a little bit of time in this video, is that this lab 1 is going to be using the RV1 search. So from the school's website, so current students, library, there's this RV1 search here. And so if I go and type in, I'm going to do Moore's Law. It looks like I already did it, but let's pretend I didn't. Moore's Law and do search. Now it will ask me to log on. Hey, I didn't say it aloud this time. You can control what it is that you're searching against. So let's say I only want to see full text articles, and then in terms of the source, I want to see magazines and academic journals and, well, actually I forget what else I had, but anyway, so now with this RV1 search, I have limited, because I said full text, meaning I can see it, and then because I limited the types, the results are coming back smaller. What I'm going to try to do is open 2 different ones. Well, actually, look at this. This one here, the full text is HTML. This one here, the full text is a PDF. So depending on what it is that you're looking at, like in this case being a PDF, it is something you can capture the PDF. This one right here, since it is HTML full text, you would have to create your own PDF. Now the nice thing about Google, the nice thing about Google Chrome is that when you're at a web page, you can print it as a PDF. So if I were to click on here, this full text, this is the full text. If I were now to print, is there a shortcut here? if I were to print, I can choose to say save as PDF, and I can save it, and oh, brilliant! I'll save it into, I'll put it in practice, and actually I already forgotten what it was I clicked on. Normally I would go and save it, rename it, but let me just go and hit save. So that then just created a PDF. That just created a PDF of that web page that I was looking at. Okay, so this way, if a PDF isn't available but the HTML is, if you're using Google Chrome, then you can go in and you can create it. Let me go back to the results. Whereas this other one actually had a PDF. And now in this case here, if you are viewing it, I can just go in, and from here I can do the download. And this one here, I will try to rename it at the time. And this is that's Vardy. So I'm just going to put here, just for right now, Vardy as the author of this, and save it. Okay. This is why this is a draft. Pause. Sorry, what I was missing is if I go back to the detailed record. So this is the record of that article I was looking at. On the right-hand side here, Cite. If I click on Cite, now this list here, if I scroll down to MLA, then this is, if I wanted to actually cite that Vardy article, then this is what I could then copy and paste into Word, and that would be the format in the MLA of that article that I would then go and cite. Anyway, so coming back to, oh God, where was I? Coming back to this assignment here, I would then go and attach the Word document. I would then attach the PDF, and then I would go click send it to the instructor and then submit. That was a train wreck. Whatever.